Hello, welcome to Angela's Paper and Paws. I'm so glad you found your way here. Today I wanted to highlight a journal that I worked on this weekend. I'm in a second traveling journal group. This one is called My Girl's Traveling Journal, and it's a reflection of going back in time as far as reflecting upon, things that you've been through in your past. And I chose to focus on the years between 1970 and 1990. I had a lot of fun creating this. As I was looking for stickers and stuff and photos to go in here, it bubbled up a lot of good memories and a lot of not so good memories. But I'm choosing to focus on the positive. So this one is called My Girl's Traveling Journal. Yes, I know girls is spelled Gurls, and that is on purpose. So I'm going through the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. So I found this in the opulent paper collection book that I highlighted on my channel. So I found this. It was already ready to go. It says shine bright like a diamond, and it had this beautiful butterfly in it. I love butterflies. I made another welcome sheet. So welcome to My Girl's Traveling Journal. I've included the journal sections, which there are a lot more in this one than I did in my first one. And you can see the different categories here. And then I gave them the opportunity to add their own creativity to it. Again, this paper came from the paper book, the Opulent Collection. I included this intro and then the year 2026. Here is my check-in sheet, My Girl's Traveling Journal. I included my name since I'm the one that started it. There's only 5 girls in this group, so I had 5 slots there. I created this using ChatGPT. I love it. If you've never tried it, it's very, very, very simple to use. Some people love it, and some people hate all the AI-generated images, but I find that it's very helpful in my creativity. So I decided to call this The Fantastic Voyage, 1970 to 1990. Come along and ride with me on a fantastic voyage. That was a popular song back in the day. So I started off with Little Angela. So it started back in 1970-ish. So I'm not going to tell you exactly how old I am, but I am old. I think I was about 5 years old in this picture, and I went down to age 18. So I just included some things about my childhood, some things that I remember from this time frame, and my hopes and dreams. I had 3 hopes and dreams, and I accomplished 2 out of 3. I'll let you figure out which one I did not accomplish. So thought that was fun. The next page is where we lived. So I spent some time in Hawaii, and that was I lived in a lot of places because I was a military brat. But Hawaii was one of my favorite places. I lived on a military base, so I can't exactly recall exactly what the house looked like. I was about 5 years old, but I know that I loved the smell of the flowers and all the beautiful scenery of life in Hawaii. So I left spots for the other 5 girls to fill that in. Then I wanted to show off my favorite toys, and I talked about that here. I had some Chinese checkers. I love my roller skates. I had a little Barbie doll head that I love to do her hair. I would love to have become a hairstylist, but with my personality and my big heart and everything, I don't know if that would be the best choice for me. So I also had an Easy Bake Oven, and I loved my Walkman. And I got this paper from Michael's. It was another spring or summer related paper pad. I can't remember exactly which one. So I found that in my stash. The next memory I went down was with my favorite cartoons. I love Saturday morning cartoons. I loved watching Schoolhouse Rock, Looney Tunes, Scooby-Doo, The Fat Albert Show. I love that. I made this as a flip out for the other girls so they can include as many as they want. Favorite breakfast. I still love sugar to this day. And I was laughing because my favorite cereal was Sugar Smacks and Sugar Frosted Flakes. And I couldn't just make a bowl of cereal. I had to add some extra sugar in there as well. So yes, I still love sugar to this day. The next section was favorite TV shows. And I had originally put this down here. I made a mistake and tried to rip it up, and then that messed up the paper. And then I remembered that I had this beautiful washi tape or PET tape. And so I put that there, and that's how this page came to be. And then inside I included my favorite TV shows: Soul Train, The Cosby Show, Good Times 227. So yeah, I loved watching that. The next section I did favorite books or magazines, and I included some stickers here from my stash. And down here at the bottom I put, I always had Jet Magazine and Right On Magazine in my house. I loved the Right On Magazine. In the back it had a pen pal section, and I wrote a lot of pen pals from back there, and I still write pen pals to this day. This section was favorite snacks. I love these Barnum's animals. It used to come with this little box, and I enjoyed eating the little animals. I love butter cookies. I used to put my finger through the little hole and eat around the cookie. I love Jell-O pudding pops and fruit roll-ups. So yeah, I always love these little snacks that we had in our home. And again, more sugar. Here I had favorite clothing. I didn't really have any good pictures of me and the outfits that I used to love to wear, but I loved cross colors and this outfit here. I loved all the vibrant colors. And then of course I had this sticker in my stash. This sticker came from journalsay.com, I want to say. It was a whole collection. And then here are some more stickers from journalsay.com of like the hip hop reminded me of the 90s and stuff. So I used this page to do my favorite album. And of course I loved Heavy D and the Boys, Michael Jackson, both the Off the Wall album and the Thriller album. So I thought it was interesting to make these as flip ups for the girls. So there, like I said, there's 5 of us and they each get to pick one. I also wanted to put in here Lisa and Cult Jam, and I may print that out and put that there. And then this section is for the other girls. So I got The Tiger, The Wild Spirit, and Life Begins Where Fear Ends. And I feel like after 1990 is when I left home. I joined the military. I got married. I had a family. So yeah, I thought this was fitting. Life begins where fear ends. So this is my baby that I'm putting out into the world. I'm going to mail it off to the next lady in the group, Miss Yada. So Miss Yada, if you are watching, this is coming your way. Thank you so much for inviting me to take part in the My Girls Traveling Journal. I look forward to seeing where this ends up and how it comes back to me. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.